It's always helpful to learn about body language too, but this isn't about reading people's facial expressions. Emotions change too frequently, while your physical features are more long-lasting. We can tell a lot from another person's intentions by reading the shape of their face. Let's look at a scenario where Barack Obama is buying a car. Try to assume you know nothing about him. He walks into your lot and you start to approach him. The first thing you want to notice is the overall shape of his face. His face is roughly oval, which puts him in the diplomat or host category. You can quickly expect that part of his personality to show through and yep. He can comfortably be put into the water category where he has shadowed eyes. So his needs are being water, time alone, creativity, sounds are moaning, action is shivering, and sense is hearing. As a salesman, you can deduce this person loves living in the moment, warmth, and possibly hears quite well. The action of moaning could be derived from pleasure with a physical activity. You can talk about how your car is the best around, that anyone will see for a long time. The heater puts out a lot of heat. The interior is quiet when he needs quiet. Obama has large ears. Which can indicate he has a risk-taking ability. The ears don't seem large or narrow across the top. So, it's just a second here. Wide across the middle mean that he has a desire to take physical risks. The middle is his detached earlobes is a sign of a person who creates friendships that become like family. So right there. He has high ears, which mean that he came into his own in his early 30s. Well, in this angle it's hard to tell. They look higher in other angles. Since his ears are set away further from his face, this shows that he is stubborn and hears only what he wants to hear. So they fan out. The sales pitch you would give based on reading only his ears would be trying to be his friend. He will accept you as a friend if you try. If you challenge his integrity, he is comfortable enough to ignore what you said to him without giving an answer. Okay, his hairline is broad, which says he wants to experiment with his life and possibly rebel against conformity. His forehead is somewhat slanted, which means he has a facile mind and negotiating ability. He has somewhat of a high forehead, which can indicate an intellectual mind and philosophical nature. Consider his rebel attitude in choosing a car. Maybe show him something that isn't so popular with people. Prepare for a hard negotiation with his personality. He will be more comfortable with discussing price. Maybe discuss the car philosophy with him in some way. His chin is somewhat long and strong, which indicates a strong willpower. Expect him not to give in too quickly to negotiation price. His eyebrows look very strong. This means he has a strong liver and temper to match. His long eyebrows mean he has long eyebrows, and that means he has lots of friends. The eyebrows are also straight, which means he does things at his own consistent pace. He has strong brow bones, which means that he doesn't like being told what to do and prefer to be the one doing the telling. He also seems to have two lines between his eyebrows. In other pictures you could see it a little bit better. There's two lines in between there. Let's see. Which it means that he often feels impatient, irritable, or annoyed. So based on the area around his eyebrows, he can be a little temperamental. Be careful not to offend him, because he may not take what you say lightly. The eyes, slightly sunken, not too much, mean that he is sort of an introvert, not quite. It's in between. It's nothing, no feature that stands out. His eyes look sharp on the ends, which indicate his ability to use words as weapons. However, he may have more of a tendency to reserve using these sharp words for only those close to him. He seems to have slightly puffy upper eyelids. So yeah, just it's above slightly puffy eyelids, which means he has slight spleen dampness, but he also has a slight ability to save money and invest in real estate. Obama has an eyelid that covers up the iris in a straight line. So it's straight right there. It means he can be an objective person who can see both sides of a situation. He is not judgmental and is very fair in his actions. His eyebrows are a little closer to his eyes. Not by a whole lot. It shows that he's friendly, gets involved with people he works with or cares about, and tries to mentor them. In your sales pitch, expect him to be a little bit of a saver with money. He will consider the options that you present to him. You can treat him like a friend. He'll be comfortable with that situation. Jaw. That's more the chin. He has a narrow jaw, which means he evaluates circumstances rather than holding preconceived ideas and beliefs. The nose, somewhat of a round tip, not quite, indicates his love for creature comforts and being surrounded by beautiful things. The nose is slightly fleshy, which means there is somewhat of a need for material pleasure. His nose is sort of wide bridge, which indicates his physical strength. So just kind of a wide bridge. Stamina and ability to make money in large amounts. In addition, is a sign of a very strong spine. So because he saves, he is ready to invest in a nice car that is comfortable and looks nice. He might want something to accentuate his own strength. He has a large mouth. So with full lips that indicate he has a generous nature and strong earth energy, and gives easily and grandly. Because he is comfortable with donations, you could highlight added features that go into a good cause. Perhaps you could have an insurance plan that also gives to needy kids. He will be helpful in contributing to the cause that he feels is significant. Overall, I hope this gives you a concept of what to expect from his facial features. Face reading is less about judging them than about by their race or culture, and more about key features in their face. Chinese face reading can easily be easy or complicated, as it's how you make it. You can look for a lot of features or grasp onto the features of a face that stick out the most. I would quickly choose 3 or 4 features and quickly assess the person within the definition of their obvious pronounced features. It is up to you. Just have fun doing with it and discover it for yourself what patterns you may find.